Hello Dealey, and welcome to Something Edible.
You know, sometimes you feel like making cookies, but the weather outside says, maybe not so much. Well, you know, you don't want to heat up your kitchen and, you can care less about the mess, but just getting that kitchen just sweltering hot to do batches of cookies, it just doesn't seem worth it. Well, there is another option, and that option is your trusty old waffle iron. You can make cookies in your waffle iron. They come together quick, they taste really good. The particular recipe I'm using is based on a Pennsylvania Dutch recipe that uses lots of cinnamon in that batter, and then I go ahead and put my twist on it by finishing them off with a real simple maple syrup glaze. So let's go make some cookies, okay? Okay. To begin, we're going to have to cream together some butter and some sugar. And we're going to start with 2 sticks. That's 8 ounces. That's half a pound of real butter at room temperature. This will not work if you do not have your butter at room temperature. Along with that, we're going to put in about a cup of sugar, or 8 ounces if you're weighing stuff out. So now we're going to hook up this paddle and we're going to mix this together for about 2 or 3 minutes on medium speed. All right, that butter and sugar is creamed. You see how it's lighter in color now? I don't know if you see that or not, but we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to that now. Don't need much. Just enough to make this 2 teaspoons of cinnamon that we're adding really, really sing. And I use fresh ground cinnamon. I have a coffee grinder, and you just keep the coffee grinder around to do stuff like grind cinnamon. Now I'm going to turn this back up to medium, and when I do, I'm going to add eggs. 3 eggs, 1 at a time, until everything is nice and together. All right, now that we've added all 3 eggs, I'm going to stop it for just a second to scrape the bowl down. And after I scrape this bowl down, this is going to go for, another 3 minutes to make sure that everything is good and mixed up. So our bowl is scraped, and in 3 minutes, we'll be ready to add the flour. All right, it's been a couple minutes, and you can see that the eggs have really started to build up some structure in this. This is exactly what we want, because it's going to provide a lot of the texture and the lift for this cookie. So now it's time to add the dry goods, and we're going to bring that in pretty slowly. We're going to add, on stir speed, we're going to just start spooning in flour until it's all done. And if you need to stop to scrape the bowl, that's fine too. Just make sure that you don't overmix this. You don't want a tough cookie, you just want it mixed. So on stir speed, we'll go ahead and spoon this flour in. All right, you'll probably have to scrape down the bowl as you go just a little bit as you add this in. That's okay. You're going to spoon in a total of 2 cups of all-purpose flour here. And the consistency we're looking for here is something akin to a sticky cookie dough. If you don't know what that means, I don't think you really have to worry about it. Just make sure you got 2 cups in there and don't overdo it. So I'll scrape this down one more time and then give it a quick buzz, and I think we are almost there. All right, so here we are with our finished waffle dough, and I've got my waffle iron set to 400, or if you don't have that, medium high is where you want to be. So I'm going to take 4 of these 3/4 ounce. This just happens to be what's in a cookie scoop. So if you got a cookie scoop, go for it. If not, you can use a measured tablespoon and it's going to be close enough. So I'm going to do 4 of these, one in each section. 1, and they kind of stick, so you gotta, there we go. 2, it's that whole sticky cookie dough thing. 3, 4, down we go. 2 minutes. All right, 2 minutes has elapsed. Oh, look at that. I didn't screw them up. Now they're going to be a little bit mushy as they come out. That's okay. They're not quite done. What's going to happen as they come out is they're going to crisp up on the outside as they sit. So just move those back over and then immediately plate up your next round. 2 minutes isn't very long to wait for a cookie, so that's a good thing. So at least you got something to snack on while you're waiting on each batch to finish. And those are pretty hot. I mean, you got a lot of fat and sugar there, so if you need something more than a fork to pull these off, or you need, watch that thumb. It's no joke, it's hot. Let's see how hot it is. I got this infrared thermometer. Right now we're at about 415, so really medium high on my on mine is somewhere between 400 and 425. So if you actually have a waffle iron that has a temperature instead of a gauge, shoot for no hotter than 425. So while our waffle cookies are still waffling over there, I want to put together this maple glaze, and this is super easy. I mean, 3 ingredients here. We're talking about 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar here, not much at all. You're going to take just a pinch of salt. You don't need much. And then I've got 5 tablespoons, I believe, of real maple syrup. And we're just going to go ahead and add that in there. And time to whisk. You notice I got this silicone trivet underneath this bowl because I make a big mess and I don't want this bowl to move. So as I bring this together, it's going to turn into a glaze. Get all the lumps out. Done. Once the cookies cool, we'll be able to dip them. We have waffled all of our waffle cookies and we've let them set a little bit to come to room temperature. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but that's how you know they're done. They're crisp on the outside now. They're not dry on the inside though, which is good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start dipping these in that maple glaze. Okay, I've dipped all of my waffle cookies and I've let them set as long as I can stand to. And the glaze should start to, like crystallize up on the top so that you've got something that you can actually put in a container and keep if they last that long. So I'm going to try one. I can't wait any longer. This one looks pretty good. Okay. You've got something sweet. It's almost like if waffles and cake donuts had a baby, this is it right here. They're totally very donut-like on the inside and crisp on the outside like a waffle. And then just that maple just kind of ties it all together. It's going to be hard not to eat more than one. So if you want to blow the dust off of your waffle iron and give this cookie recipe a go, you can check out the recipe over at hdnews.net, the Hayes Daily News' site, or you can check it out on my site, somethingedible.com. And if you have questions about waffle irons or maple syrup or waffle cookies or anything else, you can talk to me on Twitter or Facebook, or see what I'm pinning on Pinterest. So until next time, enjoy. I will.